Welcome to the Explainer. If you're building a physical product, listen up, because there's a really good chance you're thinking about your intellectual property, well, kind of backwards. Today, we're going to break down a powerful strategy that focuses on the small details. And honestly, it could be the very thing that saves your business from getting ripped off. So let's just start with a question every founder needs to ask themselves. What is a competitor actually going to try and steal from your brand new device? I'm betting the answer isn't what you think. It's almost never your super complex core technology or the entire system you've poured years into. The real target? It's usually a small, almost insignificant looking detail. And you gotta ask, why? Well, it's simple. Copying that one little part is fast, it's cheap, and it's easy. It's their shortcut to get to market, basically riding your coattails. And this is exactly where most innovators make a huge mistake. We all tend to focus on protecting the whole thing, the entire product. But that big picture view is exactly what opens the door for competitors to walk right in. Right, so we picture the finished product, the one that goes in the box, and we file a big, broad patent for that. But here's the problem. A broad patent is like a shield full of cracks. A competitor can pretty easily design around a big system patent, but they can't avoid a patent on a very specific, really critical component. So, how do we fix this? How do you patch up those cracks in your IP defense? Well, the answer is a much more precise, more tactical approach called the carve-out strategy. And it's all about thinking smaller to build a way stronger defense. Instead of burying a component's protection deep inside some massive, complicated filing for the whole system, a carve-out gives that specific bezel or that unique locking bead its very own spotlight. It's treated like a tiny, standalone invention. And just look at the difference here. A traditional system claim, it's big, it's clunky, it's slow. But a carve-out claim, that's like an agile business weapon. It's way faster to get approved. And here's the kicker. It forces competitors into these awkward, expensive redesigns if they dare to copy your product's unique feel or function. This is how you build real-world leverage. You see, in product design, it's so often the small, thoughtfully designed parts that carry the most strategic weight for your entire business. And this quote just nails it. This is the raw power of a standalone claim. It creates a barrier that's just impossible to ignore. A copycat can't just tweak their main product and steal your signature clasp. Nope, they have to invent their own from scratch, and it's probably going to be worse. So where do you find this leverage? Honestly, it could be hiding anywhere. It might be in the unique contour of a bezel that just screams your brand's aesthetic, or that little hidden locking mechanism that just works perfectly. It could be the part a customer touches the most, or even a proprietary connector that locks people into your whole ecosystem of products. Okay, so this is all great, but how do you actually spot these super valuable parts in your own product? The secret is a total mindset shift. You have to stop thinking like a proud creator and start thinking like a ruthless competitor. Ask yourself this exact question. Put yourself in their shoes. A competitor doesn't give a rip about your years of hard work. They only care about the fastest, cheapest path to making money off your idea. What parts give them that edge with the least amount of effort? Those are your carve-out candidates. So here's a little framework for how you can do it. Look at your product through that competitor's lens. First, what are the signature parts that define its look and feel? Then, what are the hidden mechanics that give it that wow factor? And finally, just look at a part and ask yourself, honestly, would a competitor copy this if they could get away with it? If the answer is yes, you've got to protect it. When you start doing this and you do it right, you're not just filing a bunch of patents for the heck of it. You're strategically building a defensive wall, brick by brick, that protects your innovation from every single angle. Think of it like this. A competitor might figure out how to get around one of your protected parts. Maybe. But they probably can't get around 5 or 10 of them. To do that, they'd have to completely re-engineer their knockoff into something that just doesn't work right, look right, or feel right anymore. And the business payoff here is just huge. This strategy gives your team actual breathing room to innovate, not just play defense. It gives you a much stronger, clearer story for investors. It gives you the flexibility to reuse these protected parts in future products or even license them out. I mean, ultimately, this isn't just about protection. It's about creating freedom for your business to grow. So the big takeaway is this. Your rivals are not looking at your product as one big thing. They are absolutely looking at it as a collection of parts to be copied. So to build a defensive moat that truly protects your innovation, you need to start thinking and protecting the exact same way.